up, guys? It's Mark here. Today we're going to be working on my Porsche 996. I'm going to be changing out the rear Bilstein struts and the H&R springs. Currently I have I believe it's the B6 yellow Bilstein struts, and they ride way too harsh, so I'm going to be putting in the factory struts with the H&R springs. So let's get at it. Safety first, guys. Make sure to put a jack stand under your vehicle while doing this. Although I didn't have a jack stand, I did find a nice piece of wood to support the car, and that worked well. You're gonna just loosen the lower strut support, the top strut mount bolts. Then there's two bolts that control I believe it's the camber caster adjustment. You loosen those bolts so that you could move the lower part of the strut around when you're taking it out, and it's easier to take out and then realign. Got my cousin's S60R here doing the new strut assembly. Got FCP Euro OE Monroe struts. How do you feel about your new struts being put in, Joe?
I'm excited.
Too bad you didn't get those lowering springs.
No firebox. All factory, baby.
Gotta be 6-speed. So here comes the fun part. Taking off the H&R springs from the struts. Definitely not the safest thing to do. I hate doing this. I'm sure all other car guys can agree that it's a bit terrifying when you're compressing the spring. I had some really sketchy spring compressors that are like 25 years old. But they still did the job. It's a lot easier when you do have a wall-mounted spring compressor. took me a little bit to get all this done. It's definitely not easy when you don't have a lift. And it was cold that day, so not fun at all. But nevertheless, I got it all done, and she's sitting pretty nicely now, and ride is great compared to these Bilstein yellows. They were a lot stiffer, and I did not like it. It was more of a track car. I mean, yeah, I get that it's a race car, but this was way too harsh for my liking. The H&R springs sitting on the factory struts are just fine. All I did was replace some of the hardware, like the bump stops, and that helped a significant amount. I got the lower sway bar links from FCP Euro, and I replaced those as well. And then after that, don't forget to get an alignment so the car does drive straight. Overall, this process was a little bit time consuming. Not the worst though. You did need to use a pry bar and another jack to realign the strut and get it into place and bolt it down. That took a majority of the time. And after that's all said and done, it was pretty straightforward from there. All right, we got everything back in place. You're just gonna wanna make sure everything is tight, make sure nothing is loose, and then put your wheel back on and torque to spec.
Männer stehen ständig